So, hello everyone. It is that time again. It is time for the FIFA World Cup. This is the 2018 World Cup in Football Manager 2006. As you can see, we are the holders. We won it last time. 2014, there's a video of that somewhere. Check my season highlights playlist. This one's being hosted in the USA. As you can see, this is our group, and this video will be me playing through it basically. It might be a long one if we get far in the tournament. If we don't, then it'll be a little bit shorter. A bit like the European Championships video from, well, in-game a few years ago. These are the groups of the World Cup. As you can see, apologies if my voice sounds a bit off, I've just woken up, had breakfast, etc. So, yeah, might be a bit of a morning voice. As you can see, our group has Chile, Ireland and Japan in it. Meanwhile, we've got Burkina Faso, France, Poland and the USA, the hosts in the next group. That's actually a pretty tough group, I've just realised. I'm not sure how good Poland are. Let's have a look. So wait, who was it again? Poland, France, USA. Well, USA are 11th, France are 9th, so already it's not looking good. Poland are probably a bit lower down. Have I passed them? Yeah, Poland are down there for 9th, and I don't know where Burkina Faso are. They're probably quite high up. So that's the group that we'll be playing a team out of if we do well, if we get second or first in our group. Argentina, Canada, Denmark, and the Republic of Congo come next. We've then got Colombia, Norway, South Korea, and Spain. Belgium, England, that looks a bit like the real 2018 World Cup group, but then we've got Peru and Saudi Arabia, Australia, Cameroon, Holland and Turkey. Group G, Brazil, Israel, Cote d'Ivoire and Mexico. And the final group is Bulgaria, Germany, Kuwait and Togo. We may play Argentina again. We've got a 100% record against Argentina. We may play them again. Watch this space. So, okay, well, we're playing the first game. We'll see how the first game goes. The first game will be Ireland, who are the second highest ranked in our group, versus Chile. I want to see how the game went. We click on fixtures. Okay, 0-0. So that's kind of a good result for us. Japan are the lowest ranked, so we just need to get off to a good start with a win here. And we'll see how things go. This is the team that I've selected. They're mainly regens. There's a few current and former St Johnstone players. We've got Yaya, who of course is moving on. I would start him, but he was injured for a month, so he's just recovering. Same with Gary Stewart. We've also got Craig Grant in there. I opted also to bring left back Neil Campbell, as well as, where is he? Martin Brown. So no, that's Michael Bain. That's Martin Brown there, just above Craig Grant. So a few current and former St Johnstone players, as well as a bunch of other people. Darren Fletcher and Craig Gordon are in line to make their 100th cap, because they're starting. We've got Alan Hutton. He's another former St Johnstone player. Darren McDowell. Well, you can have a look at the teams if I go to general info. Darren McDowell of Villa. James McEvely of Nottingham Forest. He's a real player, not a regen. Paul Kelly of Borough. Then we've got Kevin Riley making his first appearance for Scotland, the senior team. He's from Villa. Jim McDonald of Celtic, Mark Davidson of Liverpool and David Walker of Kilmarnock. It would have been a travesty if I had included at least one Kilmarnock player in the team after they won the league last year. Let's just get on with it, shall we? Let's get on and attempt to win this first game. I've gone for very much a defensive lineup. I don't think the Japanese squad's amazing, but I still want to make sure we don't concede a huge amount of goals. We are, fourth in the rankings? Yeah, they're alright, put it that way. We're fourth in the rankings, therefore, or fifth or whatever, therefore we're probably, we're not one of the favourites. They said, the odds had us, the bookies had us at, like, completely bad odds. They said, keep the scores respectable. And if we concede here, we could find ourselves having to do that. So basically we've got no chance of winning the World Cup. Pressure's off, I like it. Anyway, Japan with a corner. Some early pressure. I did say, did I say they weren't that good? I take it back. Who knows though? David Walker is making some ground. We really need a win here, given the score of the other games. So I think I'm going to throw caution to the wind later on in the game if we're still at 0-0. But I tend to do well with this formation with Scotland. Davidson's bearing down on goal, but Japan are coming away. I don't think I've ever played Japan. I mean, obviously, I only play qualifiers, so you tend to only play European teams. Here's McDonald. Square it. I was hoping for him to put it across goal. They seem to man mark off of corners, but Riley still picked it up. And Paul Kelly is offside. 10 minutes gone. Few positive signs, but Japan are no mugs. They've just had an injury to one of their strikers. Kevin Riley or somebody, or Alan Hutton, somebody had an attempt at goal. They were trying to get the ball over there. Hutton to Walker. He managed to do it this time. Here's Walker. And that was a save, I think, from the keeper. As you see, we're employing our corner. Oh, look at that. Look at that. The corner tactic worked to perfection. I haven't scored too many of those for some reason. We've just been bad at them lately. Not just for Scotland, but for St Johnstone as well. So it's nice to have one come off. Let's try and get another goal, maybe. Just to... So wait, hang on. That means we've scored the first goal of the FIFA World Cup. Because the last game was 0-0. That is impressive. But yeah, another goal would be appreciated. So that we... we can just press home our advantage. David Walker with a chance to do that. And he does. Brilliant. 2-0. 2-0 lead over Japan. They brought a player on. This guy actually looks better than the player that went off. Although he is 173. He looks more suited as a target man, but he's 173 centimetres. Which is under 6 foot. 6 foot's 182, for those wondering about the conversion. Although at this point, I think most countries in the world use the metric system, so yeah, I think we should be alright. Anyway, here's McDonald. I don't know what he was doing there, he's just lost it. And there's an overload down their left. Thankfully it was cleared. Yeah, they had about 3 players charging down the left. There, oh, somebody else got injured for Japan. There you go, that's it. 2-0 up ahead of, or at half-time I should say. Let's declare ourselves pleased. We're technically the away team and everyone's playing fairly well. So I don't see the need to make changes. Right, another corner. Kevin Riley was trying to get in there. Davidson crosses for Walker. I think what we might do is hold Davidson off because he's on a booking. Oh, there we go. Another corner goal, and we're in the driving seat firmly now. It's impressive. It is an impressive debut. Let's see what we're going to do. Should we take Davidson off? He's playing well though. I don't think we should take anyone off. Although we do need to keep players fresh, and the 2 players that are below 80% are on 9s for their rating. So we're just going to leave them to it, I guess. Oh, I like that commentary piece. Great punch. So Japan are down to 10 men. Looking good. There's another... Wait, another one? Oh, no. Please don't be the person I think it is. Jim McDonald. Right, we're going to take Kevin Riley off to try and keep him fresh. We'll bring on Brian Robertson. David Walker, our striker, we're going to bring him off. I don't think Mark McCabe, I think, hasn't been capped. He played alright for Coventry, 22 goals in 44 games. It was really difficult to choose another striker. I never actually brought Gary Crawford, and the only reason for that is because he hadn't played all year, like for his club side, and when he played for the national team he hadn't played well, so I thought, well, how can I justify taking him when other players have played better for their team, such as, well, Yaya for starters. Another goal would go amiss, but I think 3-0 in the first game is decent. Riley's just blasted over from outside the area. Assuming no one's going to get sent off, we'll just let the game play out. Alan Hutton decides to find Robertson. Darren Fletcher was almost in on goal in his 100th appearance. Successful 100th appearance at that. Campbell plays it across. McCabe's there. And it's put out for a corner. Here we go. Can we get a third corner goal? It's Robertson. Nah, no third corner goal, and that will probably do it for time. Keeper kicks it angrily at the Scotland sub-bench. Maybe somebody was rude to him. Hopefully not. But there you go. Game over. Japan 0, Scotland 3. Really good start to... let's say sensational, because they all played well. Really good start to our World Cup campaign. We've already got +3 goal difference. We're top of the league. And yeah, we've got a bunch of goals. Let's have a look. So, after one game, we're top. Obviously, it means nothing if we lose our next 2, because if we lose our next 2, that's us well and truly out. But another win should hopefully take us closer to going through. Scotland enjoys a win over Japan. Just for your information, the Champions League was won by Barcelona. They beat Celtic in the final. And The Scottish Cup was won by Gretna, so Celtic bottled every single. Like, Celtic were in every cup competition final, and they bottled every single one. They lost to Kilmarnock in the League Cup here, 2-1. They lost to Gretna 1-0 in the Scottish Cup, and then they lost to Barcelona in the. I mean, fair play for getting to all the finals, but I've been in that position before where you lose basically every final, and it's not a nice feeling. And then they bottled the league as well. I'm surprised Pat Fellon's still in a job, but whatever. And we're back. We are back in time for the second game of the tournament against Chile. Very, very tempting just to go with the same lineup. Yaya is better. He's back at 92%. I think we'll just go with what we have, though. David Walker, who has, since the last game, been transferred to Birmingham City. He'll start, and I think we'll just play it by ear. We'll play the same lineup. Chile looked like a decent outfit. Let's just go with it. Also, as you can see, Darren Fletcher, 100 caps. Craig Gordon, 100 caps. Not bad. Not bad going. I think the most appearances anyone made for the Scotland team was, I think it was Kenny Dalglish. I think it was 102 caps. So they could technically pass him at this tournament. Assuming we get through to the next round. So they're playing a 3-4-3. Jeez, he's a good player. Yeah, they got some good players. This is going to be a lot harder than it may at first seem. They're not. They're the third highest team. Okay, that guy's a wee bit slow. Do they have a bit of an aging squad? Maybe. Hang on a second. Let's check out their average age. A lot of their players are on bookings for the first game. They've got some young players. Let's just play the game and see what happens. That's the best thing for it. Oh dear. Here we go. Chile are on the attack, and immediately. I don't know how. Wait, Chile. They never scored against Ireland. They drew blank against Ireland. So I'm hoping we can avoid any sort of trouble here. Darren Fletcher manages to clear away. We're playing on the break. Oh, he just gave it away. McDowell missed his interception, and that was just a complete calamity there from our backline. The left winger, Davidson, lost possession. McDowell missed his interception, and now we are. Well, it's backs to the wall, isn't it? We may have to switch things up, but I think I'll leave things the way they are for now, although it looks like Chile are dominating possession-wise. Did I expect this to be an easy game? No, but I didn't expect to be dominated like we are. This is going to go straight back to the... Oh, never mind, we've still got possession, and we've lost it again. So we can't seem to get possession out of our half, basically. McKevely, yes! Come on, hold possession! Jings, we need somebody who's going to hold play up a bit better, although he's the sort of player that should be doing that. Figueroa then, into the middle, but is blocked. Fair play. That's not the highlight over, though. Player over, Craig Gordon, well taken. And man, if this ends 1-0, I'm going to be very disappointed. Come on, McDonald into Walker. There's one player in the middle. We may need to start trying to get players into the middle a bit quicker. We've got an opportunity to score from a corner. Oh, never mind. No, we don't. Here's Chile coming back again. That was a well-flighted ball in. We could try damage limitation. I think we might. Hang on a minute. I think we might try damage limitation here. Don't score again. Right, yeah. Damage limitation. So they're not... People aren't playing amazingly well. But, excuse me, we don't want this to be like 2-0 or 3-0 at half-time. Yeah, look. Neil Campbell's on a 5. But McDonald's doing well, but he generally always does well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pull people back. I do this sometimes. It doesn't always work. Let's get that one to man marking. And we'll do this until half-time. I'll give them a good rollicking at half-time, and then we'll send them out and... see what happens. Oh, we've lost it again. That was a terrible pass. I don't know what we'll switch to, though, if we do switch. We've got Ireland as well. Jeez, I've struggled against Ireland in the past too. Suddenly this group appears to be a lot more difficult than it seems. I mean, last time around we had Sierra Leone and New Zealand. I mean, those are... Well, I want to say they're 2 free wins, but Sierra Leone wasn't actually as easy as it sounds. We only won 1-0 in the end. And, oh, there's one more highlight. Please don't score. I don't want to have to try and get a draw out of this. At this point, we can still win. Like, 2-1, but I don't know. We need to pull a miracle out of thin air here. Jim McDonald just goes in and fouls one of their players. And our World Cup hopes hang by a thread. I mean, to be fair, we still have the 3 points, so it's not terrible. But if Ireland win and Chile win, then we need to beat Ireland in the final game. And I expect nothing less than a win. We must get a result here, no excuses. Either this isn't working or... See, they're playing 3 at the back, and I'm a great believer that 3 at the back with 1 up front doesn't lend itself well to build up for the person with the 1 up front. So, this is the formation that has served me well during the... actually, let's try the diamond. Yeah, during the season I used this formation, and it served me well. Let's try a diamond and see if that works. So... we're going to have to bring Kelly off, and we can just swap McDonald up front, Davidson there, Fletcher there, Craig Hall never came because I figured he could only play in attacking midfield, and I wanted someone who could play as a wide midfielder, not just as an attacking midfielder. Right, this is perfect. So Kevin Riley's on a 6. He's booked. Let's bring him off for Yaya. And we'll swap them over. Let's get Yaya on for his first Scotland cap. As you can see, from Brazil, guy from where is that? Itapeep Oka. That's where he's from, somewhere in Brazil. He's getting capped for Scotland. Darren Fletcher struggling as well. Is there anyone we can bring on? Someone wide right? Martin Brown. There we go. Put my faith in my ex-Johnston players. Then again, Neil Campbell was on a 5, so I'm not sure if that faith is well placed. Immediately, Chile are coming forward. McEvely manages to clear it. Yaya with his first piece of possession as a Scotland player. Here's Martin Brown. Walker. Tactical genius. I'm the greatest football manager player of all. No, I'm kidding. Jokes. that was jokes. Anyway, we're back on level terms. It's daylight robbery given the fact we were overrun in the first half. Chile will come back to get us, but now we're playing with the extra man up front. Hopefully we won't be so isolated. That was David Walker's goal. He squared it to Brown, and we forced the Chilean keeper into a save there. Oh dear. Oh dear. And we've already made 2 subs. Oh, why did I make 2 subs? Right, we'll bring on Paul Keenan. He's not... Oh wait, no, that's Gary Stewart. Yeah, Paul Keenan, he's played well in qualification. We'll give him a chance to shine at the right position, but that's us out of subs, and potentially losing a striker to injury for much of the tournament. Here's Keenan now, tries to play it off one of the players. We've got a corner out of it. 58 minutes gone. There's no one at the front post for some reason. Is that because? Oh, do you know why that is? It's because the guy that's supposed to be at the front post was taking the corner. Let's get McEvely to go to the near post for corners, I guess, and just see how that plays out. We've got 25 minutes. I'm happy. Like, a draw's all right, but it'd be nice to try and salvage a win. Martin Brown's played down the flank. Chance to get a ball in the box to Keenan, and that's another chance that goes begging. We're definitely playing much better. One of their players looks like he's in trouble. McEvely's going to go into the book. I could do without red cards. I could do with a goal. Oh, I could do it for us, that is. Good save from Craig Gordon. And Chile are going to come forward again here. They're coming back into the game all the more. But they missed that opportunity. We can't make any more subs. I'm just going to leave things as they are, even though Chile have had 2 good chances. Yeah, there we go. Chile. They say Chile should have won this easily, but we definitely came into it. I'm actually not going to give them a team talk. I'm going to say I'm pleased with Martin Brown because his morale's poor. Let's go and see how Ireland and Japan do. I'm guessing Ireland are going to win that one. But we'll just have to wait and see. Jim McDonald's out of the next game. That's less than helpful. Airdrie made an offer for... Get lost. No way. Not for 0. Right, there we go. As predicted, Ireland have beaten Japan by 3 clear goals. What is more, they've got the same goal difference as us and the same goals scored as us. We have to... Why are they ahead of us? On head-to-head? Oh, no, they're ahead of us on alphabetical order, aren't they? So basically, if we draw and Japan and Chile win, We could still get through. We could still get through with a draw, but beating Ireland is key. Right, here we go. It is time for the final game of the group stages of the World Cup. If we lose, then there's a chance we could be going out. If we win, we're through. If we draw, we're probably through unless for some reason we finish behind Ireland and Chile get a better goal difference than us. If Chile win like 4-0 or something, which there's every chance. Meanwhile, in the group below us, everyone's on 2 points, same goal difference, similar goals scored, so it's anyone's game down there. Let's just get on with it, shall we? So we've got a few players out. David Walker's injured, Jim McDonald suspended. David Walker's out for 3 weeks, which probably means he's going to miss the rest of the tournament. I'm going to... Ooh, this is a tough one. Should we go for it? I kind of want to go for it, to be honest. Or no, let's... Hang on a minute. Let's go back to what... Yeah, we'll go back to this formation. We'll play with this. I'll leave Martin Brown on the right. And who should we play up front? Yaya. We'll give him a chance. There we go. Yaya is now a Scotsman, an honorary Scotsman. 10 subs. We'll play with that team. I'm thinking it'll be okay. I'd hope. We do have 2 players on bookings, but... whatever. Let's go and see what happens, shall we? Yeah, so I've drawn with Ireland twice in qualification for, I think it was the 2014 World Cup. Their centre-backs don't look the best. Well, okay, that guy's good, but he's a right-back. Stephen Kelly, he's not regen, he's 34. 22 years old, he looks pretty good, actually. From Arsenal, John Coyle, Liverpool, he's got a few goals. 8 for the national team, Tom Lions, Dunfermline striker. To be honest, I don't remember him. I don't think he scored against us much. I remember the strikers that scored against us a lot. John Keane looks alright. His mentals aren't the best. They've just got an okay team at points. Look at that guy. 18 dribbling, but he's got 9 on flair. Joining Southampton. To be honest though, he's probably an amazing player. Even though he's only got 12 pace and even though his attributes maybe aren't the best, he's probably a good player because you get that on this game. Anyway, let's get on with the game, shall we? See what we do there. Not play 3 at the back. We've already got a yellow card. And it looks like it was Alan Hutton. Campbell managed to get an interception there. Murphy's coming forward. This is not good. I wish to echo what I just previously said. This is not good. Hopefully we get the opportunity to go forward, unlike we did in the... Oh, Kevin Riley's picked it up. He's bearing down. He's going to get tackled. Just watch. It usually happens. Oh, never mind. Never mind. We have taken the lead against Ireland, and so far that means we're going through as group winners, but there's still 80 minutes to go. Let's see if we can hold out. McKevely gets above the Irish centre back. We come away with the ball. Never mind. Yaya loses possession. Riley goes for goal from miles out. That would have been an interesting goal had he stuck that away. To be fair, the goal he did score, I think it was him, was interesting because he ran from inside his own half. Davidson, take on your man, mate. Riley to Brown. Brown loses possession, and Ireland get it clear. So far, mixed form from both teams. O'Reilly's just been booked for Ireland. Here's Riley into Campbell. I struggle against the home nations. I could only beat Wales on penalty at the last World Cup. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've played Northern Ireland. It's into Yaya. He's missed. Davidson. Oh, that was not good. Oh, never mind. We've got it. Sorry, I don't know what he was trying to do, but he lost possession pretty quickly there. Craig Gordon gathers, and we come away with it. Campbell. Long direct ball for Davidson. He's into Riley. Brown had his shot intercepted. Another high ball into the box. It's all action here at this final group stage game in the World Cup. Ireland, Tom Lyons, who I said had probably not scored against me, he probably has. In fact, I vaguely remember, it's just he hasn't scored against me as much as some of the other SPL strikers out there. Not naming names. Brown into Campbell. Campbell found himself so far forward, and it was a defender's finish as he shoves it over the bar. Oh, that was a chance. McEvely nicked it off one of the Irish players in their own box. We're piling on the pressure. We're doing very well. Let's just not concede. Right, well, so far, things are going pretty well. Let's encourage McDowell. Everyone else will just say pleased. Everyone's good health-wise, so let's just continue, shall we? And I'm not going. I guess I'll refrain from looking at other results. Like, even a draw isn't the worst result, but I would, like, given our first half performance, I would hope we can hold out, maybe get another one. Davidson into Yaya, and Yaya has netted his first goal for Scotland. The Brazilian-born striker puts it into the net. Can you imagine, though, if I'd kept all my Brazilian players and they'd all got Scottish citizenship? We could have a Scottish team of Brazilians. I remember there was an advert in the World for the World Cup on the radio about that. Brazilian players playing for Scotland or something like that. But I don't remember. I don't remember what it was advertising or like what the joke was. Anyway, here's Davidson. Ball into the middle. And Giaia was nearly on the end of it again as we enter the 50th minute. Ball to Riley. Campbell. Just swing it in, mate. You might as well. Just play the Scottish way. Long ball football. Davidson again. This time to Yaya. He almost managed to swing something in there. Here's Alan Hutton. To Martin Brown. Brady has gathered. That's a good header onto O'Shea. McEvely nicks it off him. Ireland are still coming forward. Dan Fletcher nicks it off one player. We've lost possession. Coyle's wide right. Or wide left, sorry, and they've scored. That is less than helpful. If we throw away a 2-goal lead here, I will be very, very miffed. Right, you know what? 67. Let's change formation. We're going to go to a 4-4-2. We'll play Yaya there. Let's just swap our players around. Who are we going to keep on? We're going to take off Fletcher. So we'll bring on Paul Keenan because he's got the legs. Martin Brown will take off for Donnelly. Neil Campbell, Alan Hutton. I think everyone else is in the correct position. And hopefully we can hold out. This is the formation I used when holding out for games with St Johnstone last season. Just a 4-4-2. Because other teams did it. The AI does this. So we're going to go all out defensive with 20 minutes to go. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite us. We might even have an opportunity here if we can get our passes accurately to their destination. Paul Kelly's nicked. He's mugged one of the Irish. No, he hasn't. He nicked it off them. I think there's a difference between nicking something and mugging someone. I feel like mugging someone is a lot worse. Paul Keenan has made it 3-1 with 15 minutes to go, and it seems, barring any massive collapse, it seems as if we're going to go through as group winners. That would be kind of good, although I'm not sure who will be playing. If it's France, then maybe not. Here's Davidson then. Either way, we've probably scored more than whoever comes third, so I think we should be fine. 3 minutes to go. Opportunity for fourth. And we've got it. Riley from the edge of the area, off of the corner, to give us a pretty comfortable win. Well done, guys. Let's give them a fantastic result, because it was. So, barring the Chile game, which was 1-1. Oh, actually, Chile might have gone through because Ireland lost. If Chile drew, then they maybe didn't. Oh, they drew. Who went through then? Yeah, oh, Chile did go through. Never mind. So we'll be playing USA. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I feel like they beat us recently. And by recently, I mean, yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, they beat us in the Confederations Cup semi-final. We've got a chance of revenge. They are the hosts as well. And who knocked us out the Euro 2016? The hosts. So, yeah. Right, let's see. Quality of possession provides victory. World Cup draw Scotland against USA. We're not going to look at who we might play in the quarterfinal. Let's just get on with trying to beat the USA. We've got a few players here scouted, but I can't afford them. European rankings announced. As you can see, for the first time in this game, we've dropped from 6th to 9th. We're still in the top 10 though, and if we do well next time around, we should go up again, I think. Well, it's that time. It's time for our last 16 tie against the US of A. We are the home team. Just kidding, they're the home team. It's funny, before every single game this tournament, it's always been an ex-international doubts Scotland's chances. Against every team. Against Japan, against Ireland, against Chile, and now against the US. It's crazy stuff. Anyway, whatever. We're not 4th in the world for nothing. Then again, the US are 11th, so they're no slouches. Right, let's see who went through. So we, ourselves and Chile went through. France and the US went through. Denmark and Canada went through. Spain and Norway went through. Peru and Saudi Arabia went through. Cameroon and Turkey went through. Mexico and Israel went through. Brazil are out. Interestingly enough, Germany and Kuwait went through. So Brazil are out. England and Belgium are out. Yeah, look at that. Peru and Saudi Arabia went through a group with England and Belgium. I mean, Belgium aren't that good in this version, to be fair. It's not like the Belgium team that you have now. But anyway, Colombia and South Korea. South Korea are out. Of course, runners-up last time around. And they got to the final of the Confederations Cup. Argentina are out, so we won't be playing them again. Interesting. See, yeah, teams like Poland and Belgium, they're good in like today's football, but back in like 2005 they weren't the best. I mean, Poland could get to tournaments. Belgium got to the 2002 World Cup, but they weren't like amazing. Right, it's time to select the team. Full fitness, or most people are up to full fitness. I think what we'll do is we'll play Martin Brown. Jim McDonald can be on the bench. We've got a few players on bookings, but I'm not too bothered about that. We'll just play the team that helped us beat Ireland, and we may as well just go for it, honestly. So we're currently in the Rose Bowl, California, somewhere in California. I think what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to get Kirk to be man-marked by Kelly. I've not done that for a while, but they've got Quavis Kirk back there. We're going to get him to be man-marked. Is he good? He's alright, he's decent. Is Freddie Adu here? Justin McFarlane plays for Trabzonspor. They got good players though, that's the thing. Like this guy for Colorado. Very, very good players. Jonathan Spector at Hamburg. This guy. I mean, they've got a lot of home base. Look, this guy plays for LA. A lot of home based players. DC United. The American League must be decent. Well, let's go see what we can do. We lost them 1-0 last time. Hopefully we can hold out against them here and maybe nick one or something. They are the home team technically. They are the hosts. We got knocked out by Denmark in Euro 2016. And it's America with the first attempt on a goal from a corner. I think, I hate to say it, but extra time could be our best shout unless we do the old smash and grab. Here we go, Campbell then. We've got an opportunity to bring it forward and we've lost it on the edge of their area. McEvely may as well have dived in there. Chance! It's gone wide. Injury? What injury? So I always get concerned when they say stuff like something like that. Come on! Come on! Don't lose it this time. Ball in the middle. Brown was there, but it was cleared away. They have a very, very strong team, and they've nicked it away here. Fletcher tries to find Davidson. Campbell picks up into Yaya. Yaya has scored. We are 1-0 to the good against the host nations. The host nation, the US of A. There's only one host nation. Although it seems a bit farcical that Qatar are hosting the World Cup in 2022 and then it requires three nations, three of the biggest nations on earth, to host it in 2026. Which is obviously Canada, USA and Mexico. But this is only one host nation. Let's keep things as they are. Martin Brown is suffering, so we may have to hook him at half-time. Hopefully we don't concede straight away. Yaya loses possession. It's McFarlane coming forward. There's going to be a chance. Thankfully, blazes it wide. McDowell, just play him in. Riley, that was a good opportunity there. 5 minutes to go. Hutton with a throw-in is immediately given it away, but Andy Moore was said to have impeded one of our players. Another chance for the USA. Yaya played into the channel. Stone comes out. McDowell has to win this header, he doesn't. And now red lights are on for us. And thankfully we get away with that one. Fourth official, 2 minutes to go. And there's going to be one more opportunity, hopefully for us, but I doubt it. We've basically stolen the lead from under their noses, and that's going to be it. I think we're very, very fortunate to be in front. I'm going to say pleased, but what we're going to do, we're going to take Martin Brown off. I think we're going to go straight to the 4-4-2 defensive formation. I sometimes did this at half time in SPL games. We'll play Yaya there. Martin Brown's going to have to come off, so we'll put Fletcher wide right. And we'll bring on Paul Keenan, see if he can get a goal. And the back four is pretty much the same. And yeah, let's just go for it then. Hopefully we can hold out. If we can hold out, great. If not, I don't know. We'll just have to play it by ear. We can always change to a more attacking variant in the 4-4-2 if we so desire. Ball played into the channel for Yaya to get to. Win the header. McEvely won the header. Yaya still in possession. You may as well have a shot at this point. We've got a corner for the USA. Oh, what a save. Good save there from Craig Gordon, I think it was. Yaya plays it down the line, and the US have to put out for a throw-in. Right, hang on a minute. Was that Freddie Adu? Freddie Adu is now on, playing in behind the striker. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Paul Kelly to man-mark him. Let's see, Paul Kelly. Let's get him to man-mark Freddie Adu. He's having a good game. I'm thinking of maybe taking Darren Fletcher off for McDonald, although McDonald's got 4 on penalties and he's got 11. 11! And also Fletcher's playing well. Let's just leave it as it is. I know I'm thinking about penalties when I'm 1-0 up with 30 minutes to go, but, you know, we've got a chance here. McDowell has scored! It's 2-0 to Scotland in the last 16 of the World Cup. The US have had to throw caution to the wind. I think what I am going to do is I'm going to take... Fletcher's playing well though. Let's play for a bit longer. Hopefully we can make it to some time without conceding. I'm sorry, I'm speechless. Ball's out of play. And let's... Should we take him off? Yeah, we need him for the next game. Jim McDonald could come on wide right. And Yaya maybe? Or Paul Kelly. Both of them are playing well, so we'll just leave it as it is. And barring a collapse, well, that's what I'm worried about. Freddie Adu isn't a bad player. He might be a failure. Well, not a failure. He might not have lived up to his potential in real life, but you know, he's good in this game. 10 minutes to go. I pressed for a substitution, but the game decided to play on anyway. Yaya blazes it over from just outside the area. Right, we're going to bring on Donnelly, I think. John Donnelly. We're going to play him in the middle. And hopefully he can see out the game for us by marking Freddie Adu. Now 4 minutes to go. We're having to hold on against the US. Thankfully we do have a 2-goal lead, but that could be cut to 1 in the blink of an eye. McEvely clears, and McDonald will run onto his legs are fresh. He manages to play into Keenan. Paul Keenan has missed the target. We almost got a third there. The US are coming in again. The ball's cleared away. We just pushed up a lot. I literally just watched the defensive line push up so much. I mean, I'm not sure. I guess that's kind of better than sitting deep, but at the same time, you don't want to have a long ball played in behind. Not at this late stage. Gordon, well taken. Are they just going to show the rest of the game? I hope not. And I didn't see how much injury time there was. Oh, good tackle there from McDowell or McEvely, one of the two. Chance. It's gone wide. And there we go. Game over. The US have lost a match they should have won easily. The hosts are out. I'll say good result. Technically it was a fantastic result, but I'll just say good result. It was only 2-0. I say only 2-0. Listen, that is good enough to beat a team that overran us. That's complete daylight robbery for you there. Also, I should point out that after our first 3 group games, we'd already conceded the same amount of goals as we had at the 2014 World Cup, but we'd also scored 1 more goal than we had at the entire 2014 World Cup. France beat Chile on penalties, which means France and ourselves are both through to the to the quarter-final of the World Cup. Scoreline and injustice, complains bitter USA boss. Experts are still wondering quite how Scotland ended up 2-0 victors over the United States after a game in which their opponents almost totally dominated. An unhappy US boss bemoaned his side's luck, stating Scotland could have no complaints had the scoreline been reversed. Well, as you can see here in the stats, We only had 3 shots on target. They didn't have that many shots on target either, to be fair. It wasn't a complete domination. I mean, they were the better team for most of the game. They did have more chances, but it wasn't a complete domination. It wasn't like they had 30 shots, 20 on target or something. If that had happened, then you're probably looking at more injustice. So the big reveal, who are we playing in the quarter-final of the World Cup? Well, as you can see, we're up against Canada, and this time it's different. Scotland expects... I don't know where Canada are in the rankings. Oh, they're 24th, so they're not low. And France have a game first. Hang on a minute. Yeah, France have a game first, so we'll play this, and then it looks like France have gone through against Norway. Norway were in our qualification group. We know they're good. France win. I think we'll start with the same lineup just for consistency. I think Canada are actually losing some of their key players. Yeah, let's just go for it, shall we? I don't see any major issues. But if you have a look here, Canada are... Yeah, they've got 3 players suspended who have presumably played a lot. They've got a few players retiring. But they've got their 4-4-2 going. I mean, their players... They're definitely not as eye-catching as the US players were really good. Some of these players are alright, but some of the players aren't the best. Their back line seems to be good. Both the guys on the left are kind of slow. Should we play it down the left? Don't know how good Davidson's pace is. Let's have a look. Davidson. Mark Davidson, 13. Well, it's better than 1 and 3, which is what their full-back and their centre-back have. So let's just, I guess, play it by ear. Right. First attempt against Canada. Of course, we did beat the USA. Daylight robbery. Canada could quite easily do the same to us. Yaya outpaces some of the back line. And immediately he's been taken down by Hutchinson. And there's a penalty. It's going to be McDowell on the penalties. I think he's got a good penalty rating. I don't remember. I think it's like 20. I hope it's 20. And he's off. It was apparently a last man foul. We have the man advantage. And if he puts this away, we'll have the goal advantage. And he does so. 1-0 to Scotland in the World Cup quarter-final against Canada. Canada down to 10 men after just 10 minutes. It's going to be an uphill battle for them, but don't bet against them, having 1 or 2 chances. Yaya with an attempt there. All it takes is for them to have 1 chance on goal, them to score, and then to win on penalties. Riley with an effort. Cleared off the line. It's into McDowell, Martin Brown, and then it's saved by the Canadian keeper. Got another opportunity here for Riley. He puts it wide. I hope we don't regret these chances. At the minute, the pressure, we don't seem to be under too much pressure. Yaya with the attempt. Blasted it straight at the keeper. They've picked up an injury as well. Yeah, they were really up against it regarding their all their suspensions. Dan Fletcher. I wonder... Let's play until half-time. I might take off people who are on a booking. I'm not sure. But we're still missing so many chances, which... Well, under the current circumstances, it's not detrimental, but, it'd be nice if we could score at least 1 more. McDowell on the free kick. I don't know why they do the layoff stuff. Like, people always do really stupid stuff from free kicks. McDowell might as well have a shot. It was saved by the keeper. And Riley, and it's kept out. It is well and truly kept out by the Canadians. Oh man, this... Hopefully it's not one of those days where we miss a bunch of chances, lose a goal, then lose on penalties. I know that's kind of pessimistic, but you've got to consider the possibility. Riley manages to play it back to Hutton. Campbell has the effort. Davidson, it was a weak shot. Probably wouldn't have mattered. Here's Riley, surely with an opportunity. Begovic, is that Asmir Begovic? We should probably have a look next time the formations come up. Oh, okay, well that was a quick changeover. Riley has scored, finally. 3 minutes from half-time I should say. Riley has netted from our, 12th corner or something like that. Yeah, Asmir Begovic. Who does he start with in this game? He looks okay. He starts with this team, who are Belgian, it looks like. Then he moves... Oh, that's loan. He's on loan 3 times at that team. Livorno... Yeah, he plays on the continent a bit, and he's back in England with Aston Villa in this game. Interesting. So, we've got man advantage. We were 2 goals up. It's looking good for getting us to the semi-finals of the World Cup, and we've got 3 players on bookings. So, do we want? Well, we don't. I don't really want to remove them all. I think removing players that are tired is probably a better idea than players who are on bookings, but we'll see. We've seemed to have come in on the right side of the draw because we had a longer recovery than Canada before this game, and I'm guessing that whoever we play in the semis, assuming we get there, will have a longer recovery than. I'm not sure. We'll just have to wait and see. Canada making a bunch of changes. I should probably have a look at this. Darren Fletcher, will take him off for Robertson. We'll swap them around. We'll stick in our 4-4-5-1, 4-1-2-2-1, whatever you want to call it for now. 4-3-3, you could say. Yaya has the opportunity to sway it across, and I think Kelly had the opportunity there to score. Can we get another goal from a corner? It's Robertson this time. Got the shot on target, but it was too tame. Canada need to score twice to force extra time. Davidson now plays it to Robertson. That was a venomous shot there from one of our players. Didn't see who it was. Canada now coming forward. If they score here, that would have been tough to take. Let's see, is there anyone else we should remove from the field of play? Let's take Martin Brown off because he's been pretty key for us. We're going to bring on Jim McDonald. He can play wide right. We might as well stick with what we're doing. I'm guessing Canada are throwing caution to the wind here and going for it a bit more. They're still quite deep. We're getting more corners. Robertson blazes it wide. I say blazes it wide. He didn't really strike it with much venom. There's another opportunity there for Canada. McDonald now with a chance to launch a counter-attack. He's got to get a good ball in. Riley has put it wide, unfortunately. He has scored at least one goal at the World Cup this time. So he's not out of the question that he could score. He's proven it, but he was well wide there. Anyway, Canada might score. They've missed. It's Gordon with a goal kick. McDonald plays it to Yaya. Is there going to be another goal for us? Yaya gets the shot on target, gets the header on target. There's loads of chances coming for us in these late stages. I'm going to try and maybe make another change laterally. Might as well have a shot. Robertson puts it wide. What we're going to do is... Yaya is a wee bit tired. Let's just leave things as they are. Still, there's another chance. So many chances right at the very end. This one appears to be for Canada. Ball down the wing. O'Connor puts it wide. Of course, Gary O'Connor was our hero last time around with the most goals in the World Cup. He's retired since then, so he would not have been able to play in this anyway. I think he retired last summer, actually. So I didn't select him for the Confederations Cup. Chance for Canada. It's cleared. Davidson nicks the ball in midfield. Tries to play it to McDonald. We've got bodies forward at this late stage. Yaya. Turn and shot. What a goal. 3-0, and that's probably game well and truly over. And we can probably relax at this point. I'm going to take Yaya off, I think. Might as well. He's done his job. He's got his goal. And, yeah. He's on a 10, though. We'll bring on... Who's not played? McCabe's played. Walker's injured. Let's bring McCabe on. Right, so it's looking good for our semi-final appearance, which is excellent. It was all uphill, though, for Canada. I mean, listen, that could happen to anyone. It could have happened to us. It was uphill for Canada from the very start. Since they gave away the penalty, it went down to 10 men. But, fair play. We managed to get the job done. And we've been rewarded with a place in the last 4 of the World Cup for the second time running. And we'll play the maximum number of games at the World Cup for the second time running. Albeit, depending on the scores in the semis, it'll be either final or semi-final. No, third place playoff. Either final or third place playoff. Scotland win World Cup quarter final. Scotland hammer Canada at the Rose Bowl. And yeah, that should do it for that game. I'll be back in a moment and you'll see who we're playing in our semis. Well, here it is, the penultimate game of the World Cup for us, of course. We're playing Saudi Arabia in the semi-finals. You may look at that and think, easy game, But hold on a second, Saudi Arabia have got to the semi-finals of the World Cup. Also, if you remember in my World Cup jaunt, I struggled to beat them with England, so they're not a bad team in this game. They do have one or two injuries, one or two suspensions, but their team is actually pretty good. So we'll have to, yeah, it's actually a decent team. Yeah, it's a decent team, so we're going to have to be on top form here to do well. I'm going to stick with the team that has got us this far. And I don't know what Yaya's doing out the side. He's now moved, by the way. He's now placed for Cologne. So I guess we'll just knock Yaya back there. Oh, it's reset all the stats because of the... Yeah, okay. It's reset the stats because there was a change in seasons. It went from the previous season to the current season. 2017-18 to 18-19. But that's okay. But yeah, we'll play Yaya up front. He's got 3 goals at this World Cup, which is pretty good. And we will play our usual cautious approach. I appreciate I've got 4 players in bookings, and all 4 players have been good for us. But at the end of the day, I'd rather, get to the World Cup final without these players than fail to get to the World Cup final because I rested these players. So that's my way of thinking about it. Here we go then. So they got Patrick up front. Good old Patrick. He looks like a tidy player. Same with that guy. That guy looks particularly good. Yeah, a lot of these players are just insane. I can see this going either way, to be honest. Well, it depends on... Because it could be like the Chile game. We could be overrun. It really just depends. Yeah, look at that. Jeez. Right. Let's get on with it then. World Cup semi-final business. And immediately, Saudi Arabia get us underway. They were on the attack. Not so much now. Campbell, though, manages to get the ball into Yaya. And we're attacking here. Yaya with a venomous shot that ended up going over. Fletcher to Riley. Team shot and oh dear. Free kick and it's gone over. We've got a huge opportunity here to make it to the World Cup final here for the 2nd time running. Patrick on this left hand side. It was a team shot. Easy for Gordon. So far it seems to be pretty even. Davidson with a goal. 13 minutes gone and Mark Davidson has put the ball in the back of the net. We are 1-0 to the good against Saudi Arabia. The other semi-final is Peru-France, I think. So we'll play the winner or loser of that depending on how this game goes. It is only 20 minutes old. There is still a lot of football to be played. There's going to be a chance here. Never mind, it's gone out. Right, we'll stick with how things are at the moment, and then we might change stuff up. Geez, this ref is not handing out cards, which could be good. Riley had a shot there, which was saved by the keeper. He's now being man marked, and it was easily cleared by Saudi Arabia. Ball played out wide for Patrick, but it's gone out of play. I reckon. Oh, chance here, maybe. Ball in the middle, and that was pretty close. Looks like Brown's going to get booked. I don't think he's on a booking, so... Yeah, the ref started to hand out yellows. Here's another yellow coming. Another red card would be nice. Another goal would be even better. I think that was Darren Fletcher who had that header. Yeah, they're man-marking the guy on the edge of the area, but it doesn't matter because it looks like McDowell has put us 2-0 up. Saudi Arabia certainly do have their work cut out. We'll leave things as they are until half-time. Might change things afterwards. Looks like there's... Oh, he's off! Saudi Arabia are down to 10 men, and we've got a 2-goal advantage in the semi-finals of the World Cup. Unbelievable. I'm going to declare myself pleased. Now the question is, do we sub off a bunch? Well, we can't sub off everyone who's on a yellow, because that's now 5 players that are on a yellow. So I guess what we do is we'll just continue as things are. Because they're down to 10, we've got the man advantage. We just need to make sure we don't concede. If we concede, that's when we start to be a bit more defensive. Ball in. Kelly's going to pick it up. Back into Campbell. Campbell had a shot. It was blazed over the bar. We're pushing forward again here. Good ball into the middle. Davidson's header was saved. There's a man free in the edge of the area, but he opts to play it to the back post. Cool. So I am a wee bit more relaxed, but we'll have to Wait and see how the rest of the game pans out. 55 minutes gone. It's unbelievable, to be fair. We've yet to concede in the knockout stages, and we've just scored a third, which is fantastic. And it looks as if, barring any capitulation, it looks as if we could be set for a second consecutive World Cup final. As long as we don't concede now. If we concede now, so much for not conceding in the, what do you call it, knockout stages. Yeah, Davidson takes the blame for cancelling out his own goal. What we're going to do is we're going to take Kelly off. Let's switch to the 4-4-2, shall we? Because it's too good an opportunity to, pass up. Like, there's no way we should be losing this. Not from 3-0 up, surely. Yaya's just been booked. I don't think he's on a booking. They had quite a few players on bookings as well. As you can see, the time's going by. That tends to be what happens when you play this defensive 4-4-2. Brown gets to Keenan. Might as well get the ball across. Davidson, and it looks like it's a penalty. We've got a chance here for McDowell to make it 4-1. And he does so. Fair play. 72 minutes gone. We've only got 18 to go and we're 4-1 up. I'm going to make another change. Bring off Darren Fletcher for Robertson. I've got two players on bookings here. Brown's on a 10. He's playing well, but we're going to take him off. Yaya is on a booking as well. We've got a few players on bookings, to be fair. But at this point, I'm just trying to keep players fresh. So, chance here for Donnelly to make things 5. No, he didn't. Could still be an opportunity for Saudi Arabia. But at this point, you'd have to say it's probably over. They've just earned themselves another booking. So the only thing that concerns me now is whether players will pick up a booking or a red card or something like that. As long as we've got a full squad for the final, that'll be fine, honestly. 3 minutes of injury time, and there we go. For the second consecutive World Cup, we're through to the final, which is unbelievable. The players played very, very well. Okay, Saudi Arabia 10 men for half the game, but it could have been worse. It could have gone worse, but they did very well. So we're just waiting for the winner of the other semi-final, and the good thing is we'll have a day's extra for the game. Yeah, so France versus Peru. Where are they? France are 9th in the world. Peru they're 17th. So France versus Peru for a place in the final. What a journey! What a journey that has led us here to this final showpiece event. And as you can see, we are playing France. They beat Peru after extra time. I would have preferred Peru, but I'll take France, I guess. Well, I don't really have a choice. Peru won the third place playoff against Saudi Arabia. Now it's time for the final. We are holders. We still have a chance of becoming the first team since Brazil in 1962 to retain the World Cup, but we'll have to see how good. I don't know how good France are. They've got Gael Clichy still. They've got a couple of injuries, but they don't have major suspensions, unfortunately. I guess this guy looks all right, so at least one of their top strikers is gone. I'm trying to see what real life players other than Gael Clichy do they have. Michael Remy, I don't really remember him. He's played for Paris his whole career. Don't remember that guy. Charles Nzogbia, he beat us with Man United in Europe. Frank Dembele, he's okay. Yeah, most of these players are going to be regens at this point. So yeah, this is it. Final showpiece event, and you can tell we're second favourites when let's see, former international says Scotland can beat France. Whenever you see that before a game, you know you're second favourites. So yeah, right. Our squad for the World Cup, our starting lineup will be much the same as before. Look at the number of players we have on bookings. We were that close to losing half our team, but thankfully we never picked up any more. So we can start with the main team that started for most of the tournament, although obviously there have been a few changes. Let's just go. Let's just get right into it, I guess. World Cup final. Second final of this save. And wait, is that... No way. Karim Benzema's in this game? I mean, with all due respect, he doesn't look nearly as good as he does in other games, but fair enough. Karim Benzema. Are there any weak points? What? Look at that guy. That's insane. Gil Clichy plays for Liverpool. Their squad's just really good. It's just really, really good. We will do very well to even stay in the game at this rate. But we'll see. Anyway, France are on the attack. Yaya in possession, and he's scored straight away. Unbelievable. What did I say about doing well to stay in the game? And we've taken the lead. I'm not going to change anything. It would be prudent to go defensive. I kind of want to, but I feel like that would invite pressure. Hutton won the race. And we've got possession in the middle of the park at the moment. Of course, our last final appearance saw us win by a single penalty from Gary O'Connor. It's a chance for France. Good save from Craig Gordon. I've held faith with him throughout the tournament, despite having strong competition from other keepers. Mandanda has fouled Campbell on the left, it looks like. He's going to pick up a booking. We've got a chance to whip a free kick in. He does so. McKevely was... Oh man, he was open. The French defence was on holiday. I had to play a pre-season friendly with St Johnstone before this. Oh, that was a good chance for Silvestre. Another Silvestre, not the one that used to play for Man United, obviously. It's 2018 after all. Chance. And it's gone over from Karim Benzema, who I still can't believe. I've never... Oh dear. Oh dear. Should we bring on McDonald or should we bring on... Ooh, it's a tough one. Let's bring on McDonald. I'm going to have faith with McDonald. Even though his marking is less than useful, his concentration's good. I mean, fair play, you know, getting injured in the final isn't the worst thing. Well, it's obviously bad for the player, but at least he's not going to miss the rest of the tournament because, you know, well, he is, but the rest of the tournament is not going to be more than, you know, extra time and penalties. Craig Gordon with another save. I don't know why I'm not more on edge. I think I'm just happy we've scored at least one goal in the World Cup final. Gil Clichy's off. Gil Clichy's off the park. And we've scored again. Gil Clichy was sent off. And then in a matter of seconds, we scored a second goal. How do you explain this? France have had a host of opportunities. Karim Benzema's playing centre midfield. And Jim McDonald's just... given away a foul on the edge of the area. France are still dangerous with 10 men. You don't need to be a prophet to work that out. It's 2-1 now. And I will be very disappointed if we... Oh, don't get sent off. Do not let anybody get sent off. I'll be very disappointed if we lose this game from a winning position. But it has happened before. And it will happen again. Here's Campbell. Immediately... It's coming back towards the French goal. Come on. Good ball in. Brown. Brown was under it. He might have an opportunity to swing in, and their keeper picks it up. Looks like there might be another opportunity, maybe this time for France, although Riley's played it into Yaya. Davidson's on the ball, and maybe if Brown had been on his toes, he might have been able to get there first. Now... France are down to 10 men. They've gone defensive. Do we stick with the same, you know, approach? Everyone's playing well. I think we do. I think it'd be naive to just go defensive, even though there's only one goal in it. If we find that we're being overrun, then we'll go defensive. But at the minute, I see merit in sticking with what we've been doing. Yaya's going to win that race. Well, he won the race against the centre back, but not the full back. France are coming back with the ball now. There's going to be an opportunity here for Mendy, maybe. Close him down. McDowell. And it's saved by Craig Gordon. Hang on a second. Oh, yeah, I saw a guy called Clement, but I used to have a player called Clement, but he was Swiss, so it can't be him. Yeah, it's Pascal Clement. He's a regen as well. Played only for Paris. Paris must have a good team. Paris Saint-Germain. Right, Craig Gordon. Chance to distribute the ball. Does so. And puts it straight out of play. Oh, Yaya's nicked the ball. Chance. Oh, that was a glorious opportunity. Glorious opportunity. We've got a chance here from the corner, though. Riley. Got the shot on target. Here's McDonald now with a throw-in on the right-hand side. Fletcher. And Riley's put the ball wide. I think when it gets to close to 70 minutes, we're going to go do the 4-4-2 and try and shut up shop. We're dominating them currently. Another goal would be ideal. Yeah. Come on, play it across. Brown. Oh, yep, there we go. There is the goal that we desired. Yaya has managed to pick it up. He's been in scintillating form at the start of his international career, which has incidentally been this tournament. Right, yeah, let's just shut up shop. 4-4-2, rule of 2 away from home tactic. And I think what we're going to do is Davidson will leave on the left. Martin Brown, sorry, if I've been calling him Mark Brown, I do apologise. We'll bring on Robertson. Oh no, actually, we need to bring on a striker. Who should we bring on? Paul Keenan, I guess. We'll keep faith with Paul Keenan, and everyone else will just leave on. Riley, switch them over, and we'll see what France do. There's 2 goals in it. We just need to hold on. 20 minutes to go. There's an injury. I don't know who it is. Oh, that was close. It's number 4, it's McDowell, I think. Right, should we take him off or should we leave him on? I think I'm going to leave him on. I'm going to leave him on, you know. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. There's a chance here, maybe for 4. Could that be it? Could that be the nail in the French coffin? We're 4-1 up against France in the World Cup final. I'm going to make a change now. I'm going to hook Riley, bring on Robertson, and we're just going to let the rest of the game play out. And assuming France don't score 3 goals in 4 minutes with 10 men, I've won my 2nd consecutive World Cup as Scotland boss. This will be my greatest football manager achievement of all time, bar none, if we can see this out. We've won the World Cup, having never lost. Yep, there we go. Never losing a qualification game. We've done it. Absolutely unbelievable. And arguably, this run was better than last time because of the amount of goals we scored. The quality of teams we played wasn't much better, but we still, you've got to go and beat them. And there you go. There's confirmation we have unbelievably won the World Cup. The Douglas declared one of the best ever. Oh yeah, let's see where we are in the Hall of Fame. We are... Wait, hang on. Is this world? This is worldwide. What am I? We're 7th. That is pretty good. We're 7th in the all-time leaderboard of great managers. Are we top yet? Oh no, we're still 2nd. We're still 2nd to Willie Mealy. Continental, we're 7th. Nationality, we're 3rd. Scotland boss James Douglas has ensured he will pass into history as one of the world's greatest football managers simply in terms of the amount of competitions he's won. Pundits are already declaring that Douglas is a manager of such talent that any team in the world would be incredibly proud to have him as their boss. Another incredible World Cup for Scotland, having now won the World Cup an incredible 2 times, one more than England, in a row. Fans of Scotland are starting to believe that manager James Douglas is some sort of magician. You got that right. The secretary of the supporters club declared the ability he has shown to take the club this far is nothing short of a miracle. Scotland win the World Cup again. Scotland have retained the World Cup on American soil. Mark Davidson gets 2 bookings, but he chose the right time to get them. Deserved 4-1 win for Scotland. See, it was a much more enjoyable World Cup final, more goals than France going down. That's the thing. Of our 4 knockout games, 3 of the teams went down to 10 men, which obviously you need a bit of luck, but that definitely helped us, especially in the final. Yeah, deserved 4-1 win for Scotland over France this afternoon was greeted with delight by the victorious team's fans and players alike. A spokesman for the Scotland Supporters Club stated that the victory represented the beginning of a successful new era for Scotland. I never understand that line. Successful new era. We're in a successful era. Somebody has announced retirement from international football. Oh, here we go. The FA assess World Cup performance. They're delighted that the team have won the World Cup. They wish to thank you for the hard work you've put into managing the national side. It was easy, mate. And are confident that this victory will be a fantastic boost for the entire nation. That's the thing. Like, I would love to see what the general public in Scotland would be like if Scotland won the World Cup. I mean, not everyone follows football, but a lot of people do. So you'd have to expect the mood of the country would just change completely if Scotland won the World Cup in real life. Unfortunately, Football Manager's the next best thing. So there you go. John Donnelly has lavished praise on manager James Douglas for guiding the team to victory. In the World Cup, the Celtic midfielder commented that the Douglas had proved himself a great manager and deservedly earned respect of both the players and nation. And as you can see, the French manager Luis Fernandez and the German manager Thomas von Heesen have all left their posts. Unbelievable. Well, the video is drawing to a close. As you can see though, it's time for the World Cup Awards. We've got a Scotland trio, which is fantastic. Yaya won the Golden Boot with 5 goals. Kevin Riley actually came second with 4. Unbelievable. And that, neither of them had been capped before, I don't think. I think, the World Cup was their first experience with Scotland, and both of them have come out on top with the Golden Boot Award. So is that managerial genius or what? Anyway, moving on. As you can see, Mark Davidson came second, Alan Hutton came third, but most importantly, Yaya came top of the World Cup Best Player Award. He managed to win despite being Brazilian. And Craig Gordon won the Best Goalkeeper. And of course we couldn't come first, second, third in this because we only played one goalkeeper. Well, here we go. The classic job offer that comes in, or the classic list of job offers that come in after a major tournament. As you can see, France, the team we beat in the final, want me as manager, as do Germany and the Argentines. And you know what? It's very tempting, but none of them are as high as Scotland in the rankings. So why would I drop down a level? Also, Scotland have a pretty good group for the European Championship. Oh, they're all disappointed. Oh, did you not see it coming? They should have thought about it. I'm overqualified for their jobs. Well, the rankings are in, and as you can see, we're top. I've done it. We are unquestionably now the best country on earth. I should just retire now. I should literally just resign from the Scotland job. I've got us to the very, very top. The reason we jumped up so high, I think, was because all the teams above us had bad World Cups. England and Brazil lost in the group stage. Spain were knocked out in the last 16. And actually, I never paid attention to how the previous rounds went. But if you go back to the second round, we beat USA. Canada, who we played in the quarters, beat Spain, so that's who we would have played had they won the penalty shootout. Chile were beaten by France, we saw that. Norway beat Denmark. Cameroon v Saudi Arabia, that was a potential tie. I saw Kuwait get through and I saw Germany get through. If you go to the quarterfinals, Saudi Arabia beat Kuwait, so we could have been playing Kuwait in the semis, and Germany were beaten by Peru, so a lot of big nations, apparently big nations, were knocked out, but they can't be that big if they fail to make it to the semis. But the biggest nation of all, Scotland. What can I say? And overall, it was just a fantastic World Cup. 3-0 versus Japan, 1-1 versus Chile. That was an important game. 4-1 win over Ireland. A 2-0 win over the US, probably the most important win in the run to the final. 3-0 win over Canada, 4-1 over Saudi Arabia, and then a 4-1 win over France. And I think in every single game there was a player sent off leading up to the final. Yeah, so we got very fortunate in that regard. But you make your own luck. We could have had a man extra and thrown it away, but no, we are world champions, #1 in the world as well. And the good news is our group for the European Championships isn't too difficult, so I'm hoping we can qualify out of that and maybe push for some success at the Euro 2020 tournament in a couple of years. So assuming I'm still in the job, but at this point I would hope. I'd be worried if I wasn't. Anyway, that will do it for the end of the video. Feast your eyes on the Scotland team. This Scotland team is World Cup champions. They are all heroes, even the ones that didn't play. They were on the sidelines for moral support. And there was a good mix of players from England, Scotland, and we even had some players playing on the continent. But yeah, that will do it. Thank you very much for checking out this video. If you have, apologies for its length, but you know, when something as big as this happens, I've just got to upload as much of it as possible. And yeah, I will see you for another video. Until then, bye for now.